Well, hey there, folks. My name is Robin Stern. I am your Google guru, and this is another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. My name is Robin Stern. I am your Google guru and the executive director of Be Better, Not Bitter, a nonprofit based in Atlanta, Georgia. I am also your host this month for Bucket List Coach Web Show Live, as our dear friend Cindy is under the weather. So send some prayers, send some good vibes. Oh, you get me today. And we will try our best to fill Cindy's seat because, let's face it, folks, she's the one that does this best. This month, the show is all about celebrating Aviation History Month, Gratitude Month, and on the 29th, we celebrate the National Day of Giving. If you need to get some cash out of your pocket so the IRS doesn't get it, the 29th is the day to do it. Let's get to what we came here for today. We are celebrating making the most out of the dash with Scott Schultz at ATB Travel. Some fun facts on how booking a cruise works. First, we're going to learn about ATB Travels.
So ATB Travel was founded by John Smith, who was a retirement from he is a vet, and he's also retired from the government. And so he, after his retirement, he loved to travel and he wanted to travel around the world. So he started ATB is for American Travel Bureau, because he was used to working in government with the Bureau. And so this is for American. He wanted to have the American name in it. And he wanted to do it so he could go and have fun and give other people the chance to go out and travel. So, and actually see the world. He's been around the world several times, 90 some odd countries, and seen and done everything. So he's our founder. I've been with him about 26 years. I've been in the back office and helped with a lot of the programming and the software and the commission work that we do in the back office and some of the advertising we do.
Okay, today's topic, cruise research fact, right? A lot of clients will do research on cruise websites, and then they say the website is lower cost than they got quoted. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that. A lot of that, when you go on a cruise, basically you do have the cruise prices. So the price that the cruise line offers you is kind of your base price. And that's the kind of the price that gets out there and is advertised. The part that they don't tell you, as soon as you go in there to do that, they say, well, we do have some taxes we add on. Uncle Sam needs to have his part of it. And so that adds it up. And then we also have the port charges. They have port fees. So every time you go into a port, the cruise line gets charged a port fee, and they split that up and give it amongst all the passengers. So basically, the port charges and the taxes can be another couple $100 or another 20% of your tax prices. But the problem is you need to be able to compare apples and oranges. We the travel agencies, we have a lot of people that love to go out there and do their own price shopping and find the best deal and kind of find what they want and get a price on it, and then they will come to us and ask us for the best price. And when we give them the price, we always try to give them what it's going to cost them up front, so that they don't have to pay a dime extra.
Full price.
The full cost, and we include that. But often people don't tell us that we're competing against that price that's not including the taxes or the port charges. And also, when you go onto some of those specialty sites, there's the really specialty sites, the cruise lines will give them you want to be in the middle of the ships. The cruise lines will give them a lower cabin that's near the front or the back, right? So there's better and more prime spots of the ship. Usually in the center of the ship, you don't feel all the rockiness, and you're actually closer to the elevators where you can get to all the onboard amenities and all the onboard things that are going on, because they have shows and casino and the dining room and all those things that are going on. So there's, being able to get the total cost of it and also find your place on the ship. Those are a couple of big things that a travel agent can help you do.
Right. And it's funny because I just got off a call where I was talking about, in this day and age, there's so many different things and pieces and so many companies competing for your time and your focus that they'll do anything to grab you. And you need an expert that understands. You said elevators. Who would think that if you're at the front of the rear of the ship, you're going to have to walk, 200 yards every time to get from the elevator to your room and from your room back to the elevator? So that's a huge tidbit of advice that you're not getting from the website, right? And the rocking of the ship, if you're in the front of the back, it's going to move more. If you're in the middle, you're at the pivot point. It doesn't move as much. That's an amazing piece of information. And that just goes to prove you need an expert on your side.
The thing is the cruise lines, instead of doing direct marketing and using their websites, they will give us a commission part of the deal. So, normally
something I talk with other travel agents around me, and they're always touting when we speak in networking groups, is that commission is built into the price already.
Yep,
and when you go to the cruise line directly, they're not discounting the commission off. You're just giving that money back to the cruise line instead of to a hardworking individual who's trying to give you the best value for your dollar. And that's something I really need people to start to grasp. But you cannot get the quality that you're looking for unless you're with an expert that knows what they're doing. And that's how I love travel agents. You guys are the bomb.com. Something Cindy typed in there was in her pricing, she also includes gratuities. So those gratuities being included with the prices that Cindy and you are offering is a huge piece of that puzzle too. Right.
We've had several times when we've told a ship to hold, or we've given advice or ways to get around things and been able to change things for our clients.
You guys have some pull. And so we need to understand that. So Cindy wanted us to talk about why it's important. I think we've done that. So now let's go into, are there any updates on COVID testing for cruising? What's going on with that?
So on cruising, most of them have released all of the COVID requirements now, and so you can go. And it's basically the only requirement is the country of origin. I know that Greece still requires some of the COVID testing, but most of Mexico doesn't anymore, and the U.S. doesn't require that testing to get on the ship anymore. I think there's So you're free to go on the ship and come on and off.
Free to move about the country.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
All right. So everyone loves to travel. So why not get paid for it, right? So Cindy has a great deal for people. Anyone can be their own travel agent. It's $75 to get started, $27 a month, and then you can get the prices the travel agents get and book all this stuff yourself. So she mentioned that she has a team of over 15 of her friends who joined only to get the travel benefits for booking their own personal travel. So how does the commission work with suppliers?
So basically, you can become your own travel agent, and first of all, is what you said is one of the important things of using a travel agent is the knowledge that a travel agent has in booking different things, knowing about the ships, knowing about where to go, what to do on the ship, and what the amenities are. Each of the cruise lines has an online university. So when you sign up to be a travel agency, first of all, you can go through each one's online university so that you can train yourself, so you can answer all those questions that you were giving a benefit of a travel agent to do. So you get to do the research and you know it yourself. Then if you book your own travel as a travel agent, you actually can go. Our commission is between 10 and 15%, or so average is about 12%. So you can save 12% off the top of your cruise right off the top of that. So
wow. Well, so it might be worth the $75 and $27 a month, even if you just cruised once or twice a year, right?
Exactly. And even like I told you about the online university, there's some of the ones like Prince's, which Cindy just put in the chat. If you finish their university thing, taking about 20 hours of their online training, they will give you a free cruise. So to any one of the cruises that they do. So
wow. Okay. Now so basically what you're telling me is then for about $102 and 20 hours of my training, I can go take a free cruise.
Exactly.
See, guys, come on, people. This is what we're talking about. Who knew that before we sat down and had this conversation with Scott? That's just incredible. So the things that you learn when you use an expert, and again, $27 a month times 12 plus $75 to sign up, you're probably going to save that in one or two cruises, right?
Yeah, if you travel once or twice a year, you'll more than pay for your membership into our club. So the other thing on this is too, as like I said, they have the universities, and also in their universities, they want our travel agents. When you become a travel agent, they want you to experience their product. They want you to go on a cruise. They want you to know their product. And even when we do inclusives and other things, but they want you to know their product. So offer what they call a familiarization trip. We call them FAM in the industries. And so basically, a couple times a year, each of the cruise lines will have a cruise that they designated for travel agents. They said, come on board, and you will learn about it, but it's at a very reduced rate, usually at least half off, or sometimes they're free. And the only requirement is that you go on the ship, you experience it all, and then on the day at sea, you go and do some kind of tour or learning experience about that ship. So, I love those, because I spent one up in the captain's deck watching how he navigates the ship on one of them from that sea. I went into the dining room and saw how they make all the meals and how they predict what everybody's going to eat one time, and then we went and walked through all the amenities. So it's
basically getting you an opportunity to experience it, so now you can go back and tell your clients what a great time you're going to have, a great experience it'll be.
Exactly, and that's all. So that, because they want you to be the travel agent and know all that information that you can pass on to other clients and help make their experience that much better.
Sure. Let me show you the product and get you excited about it. Then you'll go tell other people about it. Very cool. All right, cool. So do you have any dates yet for the ATB Travel Convention?
No, John was putting those together. We were going to try to do it in the spring, and he has some medical issues he's taking care of. So as soon as we get all those taken care of, we're going to put out the date for the next convention.
Very cool. Bernard wants to know, is there a time limit when you can go on your free Princess cruise?
Nope, there is not a time limit. It's just any time after you finish their academy, and then you can go on their cruise. You do have to be stay active in the program in order to do it. But yeah.
So if you don't mind, you got any shout outs you want to go ahead, and any other questions from the audience, we'll take care of that now. But if you got any shout outs you want to give, now's the time, sir.
Okay. We just give a shout out to John that started the company and has been gracious. And then Cindy, we give a shout out to her and ask, send our prayers her way that she can start feeling better. She's gone through a lot this month, but we appreciate all her work and effort. She's one of our great advocates and does a lot of work for us. And thank you, Robin, for helping out with this month. It's been really appreciated.
It's my pleasure, sir. And if I can even come, tiny as close to being able to live up to Cindy's example, then I've accomplished my mission. Cindy just popped one more thing in the chat there. Shout outs to everyone at the home office. Oh, she's shouting out for you there, Scott.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, before we go, any last words before we send you back out to the green room?
Nope. I just come on, enjoy, and it's a great opportunity. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And yes, Regina, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure to be able to serve and help Cindy. So again, my name's Robin Stern. This is our guest, Scott Schultz. We're going to pop him into the green room and wrap this thing up. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Scott. Thanks for coming, sir. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, that was pretty interesting. Knowing about being the travel agent and getting that great discount. Wow. How cool is that? Well, thank you all for watching today. Next week, we have Mike and Leroy celebrating the Navy, and Joe with Cajun's Aviation Dream celebrating the Air Force. This is going to be a great time. This is Armed Forces Month. We had Veterans Day just a few days ago. Cindy's spreading it out all month. So hopefully I'll be able to come back and serve you with those shows. I'm super excited to be here. Very humbled that I'm trying to live up to the amazing Cindy Lee. Thank you all for showing up. And I'm excited to see you on the next Bucket List Coach Web Show Live. My name's Robin Stern. Have an amazing day, everybody. Take care.